Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another First Descendant video. So patch 1.3.6 is being applied right now. Game is in maintenance mode, and while we wait, I thought we will quickly have a look at the patch notes. So first up, we have new weapons. We have swords. We've been waiting a long time. Community requested this quite a long time ago, so now we finally have two swords here. We have the Shadow and the Deus Ex Manus. So with the Shadow, this one, um, unique abilities called Shadow Slash. Press special attack button to charge the weapon with energy. Once the weapon is charged, use Shadow Dash to dash forward and deal damage. After dashing, wield the weapon consecutively to use Shadow Slash and deal damage. The damage and dashing distance increase by the amount of energy charged in the weapon. So basically, we sort of charge and then we dash. That is the unique ability. Again, once we are in the game, we will go over this and have some battles and things like that. Deus Ex Manus, unique ability is Liberation. On successful normal attack, consume MP. Okay, so it does use MP. On successful normal attack, grants Liberation and resistance to self. While holding Liberation, special attack is activated, reduces incoming damage. I'm guessing the resistance is like a block. Special attack button, pressing special attack button while holding Liberation removes the effect and character strikes the weapon down. Okay, so sort of you hold and then you release it and hit with a big hit, something like that. Then we have the sword pass. So there has been some confusion. My understanding was that it is like a battle pass. Basically, it's a bundle that has been sort of packaged and presented as a event pass, like a battle pass, and you have free tracks and you have the premium track. On the premium track, you have like two transcendent level skins for these two swords, just the two transcendent skins. And from my understanding, from what I heard in the live stream, they said 1000 caliber. Now some people are saying it is 500 for the normal battle pass plus 500. Some people are saying it's just 1000 for the premium, and some people are saying 1000 to unlock it and then complete all the levels, like the additional reward thing. So it's a little bit confusing. My understanding after watching it multiple times is just it is 1000. So basically, there will be a battle pass, your normal battle pass, which you may have already completed by now. This is a separate thing, and if you want to buy the premium, 1000, and then you can complete it as normal. Over here, what they're saying is you get to level 30 and you can get the skins. There are some free items, and also you will get a bunch of missions and challenges to complete. These will not change every week or something. This will be valid for 4 weeks, and basically when you finish those challenges, you can get up to level 30 and unlock the items. So again, we shall see if there is any confusion. I've noticed with this game, there's always a little bit of translation issue, like from Korean to English, and then when we find it out, it's not that weird or something. So we'll have to wait until we are in the game. Next, we have the medium-sized void vessel, and I'm still not 100% sure. Is this like the first one we got was normal size, and this is medium, meaning more, bigger, or is the normal one considered large and this is medium? Again, I'm not sure, because we do have bike section, so we may be able to speed through faster with this one. So I'm guessing it's smaller than what we have currently, the normal void vessel, but we shall see. Now, a few interesting things: you will get various items, and you will get collectible coins as well from the void vessel, which is the same as the current void vessel. And you also get the no, it's something else I was thinking. You also get these trigger module boxes. Now, I think they may have missed. See, trigger module A, you're getting wave eruption, rhythmic step, and supply fortress, the new modules. And then mutant cell box B, you are getting the new mutant cells. I think they have just mislabeled these. Mutant box A was the one giving you all the chain catalyst type of modules, and B should be the one that should be giving these new items. So yeah, maybe a bit confusing, but yeah, maybe they labeled it incorrectly. Then You get items from the container. Basically, on the hard difficulty, you get the blueprints for the swords, and you have the 4 boxes. Again, these are like the same ones we get from the first void vessel, but they give you different rewards. So broken box will give you same neuromorphic chip, and then one of the basic materials for crafting the weapon. Special box, once again, will give you materials for the shadow, the smaller sword, let's say, and the ultra fine particle alloy, which is probably one of the research materials. Then we have the genetic one. This will give you basically the fellow supplement. And so basically, you don't really need to open this if you already have the dogs. And then we have the experimental box. This will have again all the fellow related items. So again, this one you don't really need to open them. Which one do we? So this one will give you fellow supplement. Okay, these things. Rare basic will give you crystallization items. Okay, so basically, if you don't open genetic or experimental, you are okay because you're getting fellow related items. Because the reason I'm saying this is you'll need a separate key. So this will be a decryption key 2. At the start, we won't have any of these. With the first void vessel, we still have plenty of keys from various events. So it makes sense to not open these two in the second void vessel to make sure we are not using up the keys and we are opening these items. The broken one doesn't require a key, and the special one is the one that needs the items for the sword. And then, of course, the container at the end. Then you have the usual normal and hard difficulty. And at the end, you will also get a new external component set, which is made for the swords, the Manus set. Then we have the Lava Citadel. Fire type, you will have matching skins. It's called the Blazing one, I think. Colo toy, so usual stuff. So you can see the Storm Hanger will be available. So let's open them. Then we have the shaping of the amorphous materials. There's one thing that I read here earlier, which was a little confusing. So you see here, you can proceed to shape and shape continuously. Shaping stops when all selected amorphous materials are shaped, or when all selected shape stabilizers are consumed. So I'm wondering, do you need like these shape stabilizers? Can you not open without using the shape stabilizers? Just a little confusing, but I hope it's not like that, because some people may not have enough shape stabilizers and may have a lot more amorphous materials. I don't think that is the case here. I'm maybe overreacting a little bit, but it says your shaping stops when all selected amorphous materials are shaped, or when all selected shape stabilizers are consumed. Yeah, so I think we can just shape them without using shape stabilizers. If we select the shape stabilizer as well, it will stop when you run out of shape stabilizers, and then you can select it without the shape stabilizers. Hopefully that is the case. Anyway, we'll see. Then we have 3 new modules, trigger modules. Supply Fortress, when using a barrier type skill, recovers rounds of current firearm based on shield HP consumed and deals additional damage on successful attack. Seems more like something for Kyle, but I think obviously AJAX can also use this. Wave Eruption, when using an emission type skill, grants wave eruption to self and deals damage. So this is for Blair. Rhythmic Step, when using a rhythm, so Luna. Okay, melee weapons modules can be. Okay. So medium-sized facility, Axion planes, operational area, wall crusher, combined. So these are how you can get these 3 trigger modules. Then we have what is this? Added melee attack to melee. Okay, so we have modules for the weapons. Okay, these are the modules for the weapons, and okay, so at least some new modules to make some builds. Okay, that should be interesting. But it shouldn't be too different. We'll take the attack ones, we'll take the ones that give us bad fire rate or whatever. But yeah, this should be interesting. Next, we have the Descendant rebalance and improvements. So first we have Kyle. So Kyle is getting the rework, let's say. And basically, if you have a quick look, you are getting more stacks, speed is up, damage is up. Not a huge change otherwise, but yeah, just tweaking. So you can see here, cooldown has been reduced quite a bit on this one. Superconductivity thrusters. Okay, so bombing has been changed. That was one of the things I noticed. Some people like Kyle Mains were not too happy about it. But yeah, we shall see once we get it. I can't even remember which one I preferred using because I was using one of the ones that pulls in all the enemies and then you explode them. I think it was the magnetism spurt maybe. Again, I haven't used Kyle recently, so I'm forgetting mixing these up. Anyway, so Kyle gets a decent rework. Hopefully this makes him convenient to use in Axion and other places. AJAX adjusts the performance of the following skills. So he's also getting quite a bit of a rework here. It's not just the numerical buff here. It's actually a full rework by the looks of it. Okay, so once again, we have MP cost reduction, damage increase, duration increase for the void walk over here, shield increase, movement speed increase. Again, quite a bit of damage increase over here. Enhanced damage also goes up. Yeah, basically damage increase across the board. Yeah, all I see is damage increase, cooldown reduction. You can see a cost reduction over here. MP will not use as much. Okay, so that should be interesting. Should give us plenty to experiment with the builds for AJAX. On to ESIEMO. ESIEMO, I think, was all right. What I felt was the animation, casting animation for throwing the bombs and stuff, that was just a bit too slow. So they seem to be working on that. Again, more damage. Projectile movement speed, so you're actually throwing the bombs faster now. Explosion damage can be used while sprinting. Stack cooldowns. Cooldown has gone up here. I adjusted to allow faster transition. Only 2 max stacks, but the damage has been increased quite a bit. Okay. Cooldown overall for the fourth one has been reduced, and damage, oh my god, look at the increase in the knockback damage. Gone from 85 to 777. Okay, interesting. Yeah, definitely we have 3 new builds at least all set, ready to go. And then Bunny gets some changes as well. Now, Bunny changes are minor. However, they're kind of more convenient, let's say. They want people to use the lesser used abilities on Bunny, for example, the Thrill Bomb. So what we have is you can use the Thrill Bomb while sprinting. So, you know, when she jumps up, she does the thing and it just slows her down. So you won't have that now. The electricity cost has gone up, so it'll take a little more electricity. But I don't know if it's even noticeable because you're always sprinting, you'll get the electricity back. Skill power for 10%. Again, tiny increase to the skill power. The damage of the Thrill Bomb has been increased massively and more enemies will be hit. Adjusted to not collide with enemies while on speed of light. This actually might be quite a big change because you often get stuck in the enemy, especially in Axion when you're jumping around and there are always enemies. This actually might be a bigger change than we realize. Lightning emission, again, same thing. Maximum power, electricity cost has been reduced quite a bit. This will be very good because if you see my build, I have used a lot of cost reduction so that we can keep using the fourth ability for longer, and it'll do more damage and it'll cost, well, a little more than half. So we'll be using that maximum, that beam rifle she has for the fourth ability for longer. This could be very interesting. Condense, electric condense can now, okay, electric condense also gets a lot of damage. It'll also not stop you from sprinting. So yeah, electric condense could make a comeback. Superconductor, it looks the same as the other modules. Bionic fuel, HP cost. Okay, with this one, it seems with the high voltage, the electricity cost has gone up. This is the only change here. No change to the electric transition. Okay, that's fine. Again, even with Bunny, this is more than just minor changes. This can actually result in a full new build because we are getting more power, lesser cost, not hitting enemies while sprinting with your third lightning emission. That is actually a bigger change than we realize. We'll see. Then we have Luna, adjusted firearm, additional damage and max damage. Okay, so they're improving the battlefield artist, it seems. Okay, worth having a look once this is live. New external components. So this is the Manus set we get from Lava Citadel, right? Or is it from the Void Vessel? No, it's from the Void Vessel boss at the end, I think. Yeah, already forgot. Yeah, you get it from defeating the commander in the Void Vessel 2. Um, okay, so over here. Next, we have new mutant cells. Now, I've had a look at this. I'm not quite sure um, what to expect here. Basically, with these ones, when inflict in these are the impairment. So when inflicting a debuff on a target with a skill, inflicts non-attribute impairment on the target. Outgoing damage reduction, non-attribute skill power boost ratio. So basically, it seems this will reduce the damage of the enemy. So the damage they do to you, which doesn't seem that useful. And then we have a second one, which is damage conversion. So basically, your archetype, so whether it's singular dimension tech, you'd get increased to the singular power or the tech power with these mods if your HP gets used up. So singular skill power boost ratio increases proportionally to the amount of HP consumed. This effect is not applied when max HP is 1. So basically, if you're using the overwhelming shield or something to lock your HP at 1, this will not work because we use that with people like Enzo basically, or even Freyna if you're using that mod. But if you're losing HP, you are doing more damage. So for example, with Bunny and the, which one is it which uses her HP? Bionic Fuel, I think. Um, if you use that, you will get more singular power because at the moment, for example, with singular power, you can get it from the external, with the external component, you get 5%. And with the reactor, you get up to, let's say, 20 and 8.5. So what 28.5% from there. So you can only get modifiers from the modules. This is like the boost to the singular power. This could be very interesting. So yeah, so this could give us a lot more power here if you try this one. So at the moment, what we have is we get more electric power with the cohesion stuff, for example, with Bunny. We have the chain catalyst that reduces the enemy's resistance to the electric elements. With these impairment, the enemies will do less damage to you. And with these damage conversion, if you're losing HP or consuming HP, you are doing more of the archetype damage. So we'll have to compare and see which one is the most efficient, because at the moment the mutant cells are interesting and they are kind of doing the job. I'm currently more into the chain catalyst types, the ones that reduce the enemy's resistance to that particular element. That seem to be doing better. But yeah, you can use most of them. So some changes to the photo mode next. Look at camera option in the subject. Okay, so yeah, if you want to take better pictures for the thumbnails or something. Okay, so you can now research the source at Anais. So yeah, that is that. Then the lead reports for the new boss and the rewards for the Stormhanger. Executioner will be added to the field Colossus. Added melee weapon stats to some RP tuning nodes. So basically, with some nodes where it says firearm attack, explosive attack, it will also say melee weapon attack. So nothing here that big a deal. New stats have been added. Bonus weapon attack versus region of breach. Value of attack. Okay. So up until now, this is for the course, it seems. Up until now, we had the three factions. Now we also have region of breach. With the addition of names of some stats have been changed. Legion of Truth. It was Order of Truth. Okay, some new events. So we have 3 events. Um, one will start today, first until the sort of start of next episode on the 5th of November. There'll be a second one which said it will start on the 2nd and will run until the again end of the season or the episode. And then there'll be a Halloween one which will start on the 16th and will run like a week into the new season, new episode. Then you have shop items, new skins and stuff. Next, we have content improvements. So some modifications, more enemies in the assault ships. So yeah, this is interesting. Seal district. This one, it seems what they're doing here with this section is some of the missions and Axion planes were not being played as much. So they are tweaking that and improving those missions. So for example, if you're like me, you go in, you do the first crater, and you basically look at where the fangs are, and you do the research institute, and there's the one on the top left. I can't remember the name right now. Those are the 3 that I mostly do. The one at the bottom right next to the outpost, I don't really do that one. The one with the seal district where you have to collect those and put it in the transmitter, that was bugged initially, and I think a lot of people are still confused how that works. And then there's the one where you have these 3 defensive targets that you have to stand and block. That kind of never worked because unless you had like other people, so you needed like multiple people. So if you went there solo, you couldn't defend all 3 of them at the same time. So yeah, so they are trying to fix that and improve that. So you can see here with the converter, you only have to defend 2 objects. The waves have been reduced, things like that. So they're just balancing the other missions so people are willing to do more of them. Module capacity has been increased to 2,500. So this is good because we have a lot more modules. We'll have a set of enhanced modules, we'll have a set of non-enhanced modules, and then when you do a few missions, you already have 400 or 500 packed up, and you're already reaching the limits. Some more collectibles have been added. So when you do the missions and you get the blue and orange and the red coins, you can use that. So we are getting Jaber, Kyle, Luna, Haley, Bunny. Bunny was here, right? No, I think they must have written it incorrectly because Jaber, Kyle, Luna, Haley have been added. Vesper's hunting dog has been added. Master Carell has been added. Some handgun cake. Okay. Shabby evil repelling lamp. Empty helmet fishbowl. Oh yeah, this is the one they showed with the Valby's helmet. That one looked interesting. They've also removed some of the collectibles, so hopefully you got some of these. So what are they? I don't think they're removing all of them. So they're removing Lepic, Ajax, Biesa, Hagios Sheepdog, Pseudo Legion of Immortality, Sealed Keepsake, Bunny Puzzle, Basic Eyewear Stand. Yeah, so I was missing Bunny. So with Bunny, you have like the full golden one with the textures and one without the textures. I was missing the one without the textures. I never got that. And I think 1 or 2 other things. So I don't think that has been removed, so I should still get it. Then we have some more collectibles in the ornament section. So they don't seem to have removed the ornaments because again, I was missing like 2 of them or something. But yeah, Bear Lantern set or Postal set, yeah, you'll just get them while playing daily. UI and UX changes, so now you can buy items in bulk from ETA 0, which should be convenient, especially if you have a lot of tokens and stuff. Then we have some more adjustments to Colossus, more improvement to the keyword search, things like that, inventory search options. Yeah, this will take a little time to get it right, I suppose. Camera settings, set display in courses in the cities, option to display, fire disabled process. Okay, I don't know what they're doing with this one, but we'll have to see. We have more things in the shop. Party function, this I've never really used, this party function. So they've added some special tags and stuff. And then the reactor change, this is the big one. So basically you've already or this, you won't have to worry about the reactor optimization. Now any gun you'll hold, it'll give you the 160, so you will get the maximum reactor power, and then you'll get 3 crystallization catalysts starting today until the end of the episode. Some of the rewards, the medals have been changed because now we have no implanting function. So yeah, they've just changed that. The ones where we had 20 reactors, I think they've changed it to like have enhanced reactors, like up to level 5. So I guess it won't really change much. Again, once this is live, we'll see in the game. Bug fixes. So we have some bug fixes. This was the annoying one for me because this is actually genuinely messing it up once or twice. So basically, whenever you move from one place to another, your passive skill or something would get activated. This was bothering me because whenever I went into the lab, it would activate these passive or something. And then when I tested something, it would show, and I thought, I haven't pressed the button. I'm already getting the thing. So this is getting improved. 1 or 2 other changes. But yeah, that is it. It's quite a lot here. I think the video must be quite big as well. So yeah, I'll try and trim this down. But yeah, 4 new builds basically for me to explore. So I'm excited about that. Lava Citadel. So again, my guess is we can use Viesa, Luna with the piercing light, Glay perhaps with, if you have a chill dagger or a chill relic, that should work. We shall see. Then we have the Void Vessel, so we'll be farming the Void Vessel. Hopefully you had made the Voltia beam rifle for anyone who didn't play back in Season 2, Episode 1, when they gave away the Voltia in the Battle Pass. I've already made a video how to grab it, so you should be able to get that. Also, you can use the other module, the Veil Analyzer, is it? Which breaks the shields as well. So yeah, plenty here to go through. Should take a couple of weeks of testing and all of this, and so yeah, plenty of things to check out. And yeah, I'll be trying to break down all the things added, make builds and videos and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully this was interesting. Thank you for watching, and we have managed to kill some more time until the maintenance ends. Hopefully ends sooner as well today. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.